morning.
So, I'm not gonna lie, this is, had the privilege to kind of do a few of these, but none have been as hard as this one. I think there's a lot that goes with it. So, breaking down in the middle of a coffee shop, probably looking like a crazy person. Bear with me. This is gonna be a little bit of a roller coaster. So, alrighty. Well, seems to be pretty commonly accepted that goodbyes suck. After all, who enjoys being reminded that nothing is permanent and everything changes? What good comes from reminders that everything that you're losing, instead replacing each loss with uncertainty, anxiety, and fear of the unknown? In my opinion, the answer is everything. This is a very welcome goodbye. I'm happy, ready, and willing to leave the Navy, Texas, and especially this sangha. Might not be what you were expecting to hear today, but bear with me here and let me explain. Dear sangha, it's February 2016, and I feel I'm lost with the scars of broken relationships, shifting family dynamics, addiction, and constant worries over an ever-changing future sitting fresh in my mind. Suffering. I'm in it and desperately looking for answers. I don't know this yet, but just by passing, the Risho Kosei-Kai sign on Babcock, and making up my mind to walk through those doors, I'm already forming connections with all of you. I don't see your knowing smiles though. I'm busy watching a montage of my preoccupations and regrets on repeat in my head. You all welcome me with open arms, though I don't understand why. Thank you. I'm nervous, fidgety, and guarded, and looking for any sign that you might confirm what I'm already thinking and feeling about myself. That feeling fades within an hour of basic Buddhism class, and is replaced by a voice that tells me to stick around and hear you guys out. After all, you're patient, seem mostly happy, and are all just as eager to hear my story as you are willing to share yours. Either you're full of it, or you must know something that I don't, and I'm eager to learn more and find out which one it is. My sporadic appearances in class gradually become routine while we continue to learn and grow together, and our Dharma Center seems to follow suit. Whether in the blink of an eye or myriads of copies of kalpas, what had started off as a weekly or bi-weekly philosophy and self-improvement class has become so much more. Books and quiet discussions are supplemented with pickaxes, shovels, massage tables, laughter, and a search to find the heaviest thing in the backyard. I have a newfound sense of belonging, service, and ownership that I never even realized were missing. And I feel a visceral connection to each of you. I'm attached to my Dharma Center and to my sangha. Enter the Navy, 2 years at sea deployment, and by extension, my own desire to travel. I'm skillfully reminded just how much everything changes. I'm soon filled with excitement in the face of adventure as I find a new home in ship life and continue to practice on my own in the middle of the sea and the stars. Each time I leave, I'm both eager to leave and eager to come back to the Dharma Center to share my adventures with all of you and to catch up on your lives. None of us feels extreme loss, especially after I let all of you in on the secret that my deployments involve Caribbean port calls and months in Key West. With each visit, I notice as time goes on, the building and the sangha has visibly grown in size and in practice. I start to see the change, not only in myself, but in each and every one of you. Again, I don't realize it yet, but this 2-year intermittent separation is also a gift of distance and a gift of a goodbye. With every departure, I was presented with feelings of loss, nostalgia, the things I was leaving behind, and excitement for the adventures that lie ahead. Yet here I am, leaving the life that I've loved for the past 6 years in the face of my next adventure, yet saying goodbye to you is one of the hardest things I've had to do. So what's the difference? Why am I struggling to find the right words? How can I possibly say goodbye and personally thank each and every one of you in the way that you deserve? How do I tell you just how much each of you has personally touched my life in such a transformative way? I believe that when any of us is faced with changing circumstances, that our first reaction is to examine everything that will change. Remember how each makes us feel, and compare that feeling to an imagined loss in the face of the black hole with no guarantees, the future. I wonder if we lean into those feelings and confuse sadness, anxiety, and nostalgia with love. Quote the 90s punk band, The Offspring. The more you suffer, the more it shows you really care, right? Yeah. However, in the past couple of weeks, I've never been more intentional with my schedule and communication, nor more thankful for every second in Texas with each of you. It's made me realize what a gift my expiration date had been. Round number 3. I now have a much deeper appreciation for the Buddha preaching the Lotus Sutra in the face of his own demise, or the father who falsely spread rumors of his death in order to save his deranged children. If not for that perceived loss, those children would continue to become complacent in the routine comfort of their father's presence. By the same token, if not for my departure, I could not have been afforded the opportunity to be so brutally slapped in the face by gratitude for every second with all of you, all under the weight of my own sadness for leaving. If not for goodbye, I would not have been made to see so clearly how each of you have left your mark on me, and feel humbled by the fact that you've allowed me to be a part of your lives as well. Every moment together creating a separate embodiment of our own shared Buddha nature. I challenge each of you now to meditate on the role of loss in your life and the opportunities it might have presented you now. I wholeheartedly hope that seeing loss as a teacher of gratitude gives you the relief it has given me in the wake of one of the most difficult decisions of my life. So it's with this challenge that I respectfully, humbly, gratefully leave you, San Antonio. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.